Michael Dietrich.
Okay, look here, hold that. Very nice. Thank you. Can I say a few words? Is that all right? It would be a pleasure. Awesome. For you guys who don't know me, I'm Michael Dietrich. For the rest of you guys, most of you guys raised me. I mean, holy smokes, I was 11 years old, Battle of Atlanta, meeting Master Corby, right? And watching Cynthia Rothrock on stage getting inspired. You know, I'm going to go back a ways. I'm a first-generation American. My dad is German. My mom is Spanish. My dad wanted out of Germany. He worked on the bottom of a ship to come to the U.S. and decided that he loved America because America opened up with open arms. Just welcomed him. And so he joined the military and retired as a colonel, Special Forces, served in Vietnam. And when he came back from Vietnam, it was a little trying for me as a kid because times were different then. The way we treated our military officers wasn't the same as they're getting treated today. You know, they were spit on and called names, and it was very difficult for him. So as a child, my dad would say, hey, Michael, you don't fight, you turn the other cheek. You walk away. Ironically enough, he got a job at the Pentagon. We moved into a new neighborhood in Alexandria when I was 7 years old, and I was beat up by a gang. And I mean, they were hitting me over the head with bats, kicking me. I almost died at 7. So then we had to go to Walter Reed Hospital. You know, I got a very, very Latin mom, so she's very upset. And so I was really inside. I'm an introvert. I didn't like to talk to people. I'd never shake anybody's hand. I would never go outside. 10 years old, I saw a Bruce Lee movie. And 2 days later, I was taking my very first class. My first instructor was a guy named Stephen Oliver. He taught my first intro. I think Stephen Oliver was like 18 at the time, right? And Charlie Lee taught my second class. I think he was 16 at the time.
And they both worked for me.
And they both worked for me. Right? So starting with me was my 3-year-old brother. A year later, you know, a while after that, Junri had seen my brother and I and invited us to start training directly under him, and of course, with different people, like the best at Junri, you know, and just motivated us. At 4 years old, my brother knew the curriculum from white belt all the way up to secondary black belt, and we toured around Korea when Richard was 4 and I was like 11 years old. And by the time I was 12 and Richard was 5, I think we were like Us Magazine, Newsweek, Washington Post, Ripley's Believe It or Not. We started doing things in movies, and it was a life changer, and most of the people in this room contributed to this. You know, Jeff Smith toughing me up for all, you know, bring me in there, Michael, we gotta get tougher, kickboxing. Now you gotta go downstairs and meet Jim Ed Jones, you gotta learn boxing, you know, and John Chung, oh my gosh. The amount of Sundays I had to be at Junri Falls Church training on sidekick to just get my sidekick to come close, hour after hour after hour being compared to his sidekick. So I would just dream and look at that kick over and over again. And for some of you, I don't know if you guys have ever met Dong Chu Lee. Oh my goodness, that guy. He was one of the chief instructors at Junri Institute. He was tough as nails. I remember him saying, hey Michael, you got to do a sidekick straight up and your head doesn't move. You kick straight. And I remember being a little kid going, there's no way this can happen. And he looks at me, is mad, makes a face, does it himself, slow motion. I'm done, I'm going back to training. Okay? So thank you. Thank you. You know, Dennis Brown inviting us to tournaments, and Tony Young, where are you? There's Tony. Tony. So Tony, I'm just becoming a rated competitor. I'm 16 years old, trying to make it into the adult division because I want to be rated with the big boys, right? And the one fighter I'm trying to come, I think I beat Peter Gilpin from Canada. I'm on fire that year. And I'm looking for this fighter, Tony Young. He's the one guy I got to beat that year. And I think it was like a silver bullet like championship or something. I finally see Tony Young. And he's like, who is he? He's that guy, he's asleep. He's asleep on the floor. What's going on? I'm going to crush this guy. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome day. They call him up, and he's just like moping up to the line. I finally made it up to the final four. Puts his hand like this, or however he did. They said go, and he must have hit me 3 times. He hit me so fast. And Tony taught me something. You know, the next tournament I went to, you know, Tony and Jerry Prince, they're in my, I was super lightweight, if you can believe it, back in the day. And they were cheering for me. And I thought this was odd. I thought this was strange. They're cheering for me. I'm competing against you. Why are you cheering for me? You know, and I remember losing to Tony Young again. And him taking me out to dinner one night. And says, Michael, you know, you do a great job. You got these great skills, but next time I do this, I want you to do this. Keep your hand up this way. Try this. This will make you better. I'm looking at him going, why on earth would you tell me that? I don't understand. He goes, well, because if I make you better, you make my game better, we all become better, and it raises everything up. Well, shoot. Now, for martial artists, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's a certain faith that we have all together. There's a certain belief structure, how we work together. We empower, and with that empower, we have great responsibility. Not just with each other, but for the world around us. I mean, that's the real reason we go to work every day. That's the real reason for the people we inspire. You know, so I had to be, this is sad, I hadn't been to a tournament in 20 years. 2 years ago, Jerry Fontanez called me out of the blue and says, hey, I'm doing this new association thing, can you help me? Next thing you know, I'm taking a team to this world championship in England, right? And I'm there with people around the world, and it really struck me as very interesting, because you had people who were Muslim and completely covered, you had people who were diehard Christians, you had people from everywhere around the planet, and they all got along and cheered for each other and worked together, because regardless of what color, what religion, what lifestyle they came from, what poverty level or richness they had come from, they all had one common faith: empowerment to make a difference in the world. So a year ago, with a partner in Dubai and one in Ireland, we started the WFN. That's the goal. Unity. Make a difference. Get everybody together, have events, and keep this faith alive. I was lucky enough to train with Brandon Lee. Junior had me train with Brandon, Bruce Lee's son. And I actually got a scholarship from Bruce Lee's wife from Texas. Richard Morris's event. Richard Morris, Fort Worth, Texas. Now I'm remembering that. Your memory starts coming back, right? And I won this event, and Bruce Lee's wife, Linda Lee, gave me a scholarship for college. I was accepted at Princeton at the time. And I remember dropping out and opening up my dojo. I was 18 because that was my dream. And then when I was 11 or 12, Brandon Lee told me, hey Michael, with everything that goes on, you'll see journeys, you'll meet different people. The one thing I want you to remember is keep the faith. So the one thing I want to extend to you, besides a thank you for raising me, thank you for inspiring me, thanking you for guiding me, and you know, even just the other day, and Joe Corley was still educating. Michael, no, not Howard Chung, Howard Jackson, you know. Posted a picture, and you know, embarrassing enough, I didn't know that Joe Corley was a super awesome fighter, and I asked him like a year ago, and he goes, what? And he sent me all these PKA fights. I was like, wow, these people are amazing, and I'm getting inspired over and over and over again. So the one thing I say for all of you, I humbly bow. I say thank you, and please keep the faith.